Hey guys, welcome back to the studio. I'm really excited about the announcement of Overwatch 2, so today I'm going to show you how to make Sigma balls. Let's get started. I've been wanting to do this project for a long time, but I haven't quite figured out how to do it. But then I found this yoga dice at Five Below. Thank you, Five Below. And it's basically a Sigma ball. All we have to do is cut these holes out. It's great. It goes all the way through. So we're going to use this as a mold. I was just kind of experimenting with this side of how it would work out. So we're going to cut this out and see what we see. So it's not perfect, but that looks pretty freaking cool. I just need to paint it and get rid of all these little markings, and then put a little ball in the middle. And it's done. That took like a couple minutes to take all this foam out of there. That was super easy. Only thing is, it's missing the little detail of the seam that goes right here. And then I also wanted to put a bunch of magnets in here so that you could take it apart and so that it would actually make the ball levitate. I think I could maybe figure that out. We'll see how that works. Okay, so this is all taped and glued up, ready to go. It's drying for, we'll let it dry for a couple hours. But this seam all the way around the center is not glued, so we'll be able to take it apart, put the ball inside, and then we're going to string it up and make it float. And then once that ball is in there, then we'll glue this seam together and put it all together. So I've got this one, and I've got this one, and then we'll paint and shape them kind of the same. This one has a small tear to fit the ball in, so we'll just glue that together and then paint this. And then I haven't decided if I want to shape these a little bit better or cut them, or because this foam is not very, I mean, it's really hard to machine and shape. So I might just leave it like this and kind of paint it a metal color and see if we can't get this ball to suspend in here. I was going to use neodymium magnets to try and like put magnets all over the ball and then put magnets all inside here, the different polarities, and try and make it levitate inside there, but we did some testing and we really didn't think that would work, so we're going to use just black thread instead. We're going to thread it through and make it float in there. It'll look really cool. Okay, so we transferred the decahedron pattern onto this ball, so we got all the vertices, and then all you have to do is poke a small hole with a needle through there and then shove the knot through. So like right here, we're going to shove this needle through the ball just to make the hole. Okay, and then on the other end, if you can see that, we've got a thread through there with the knot on the end, and then you have to keep tension. This is really difficult to do on camera. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up, keep tension, focus, 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 keep tension there, and then shove the end of shove the needle through the hole backwards. Okay, so we're gonna, gosh dang it, this is so much easier off camera. There it goes. Okay, so it's in there. Keep tension on the string. We have to do it very gently because it's easy to cut the string just like that. Oh gosh. So if you can get the knot to go into that hole, like this one, it's enough tension to hold the weight of the ball. Like that, except this camera is freaking focusing all over the place. See, that's enough to hold the ball, that little knot in there. So we're going to do that on a couple of the vertices, maybe all of them, maybe just like maybe 4 of them, just to keep it in there. And then we'll tie it to this guy. Okay, I take that back. So it's much easier to poke the hole with a needle, tie a big knot, and then line up the knot over the hole and then just shove it through with a little bamboo skewer or a toothpick or whatever you got, and just shove that knot in there, and then the rubber kind of closes back around itself and makes it tight. So then you put 2 opposite each other. We've got 3 in here right now, and then it floats. So we're gonna put probably 2 or 3 more in there to have a couple different directions so that there's not too much tension on just one string, because this is kind of heavy. This is a racquetball, but we'll keep going. Okay, so I got this one all wired up, and it looks so good. Especially, I got a little bit of super glue drenched on there, but we're gonna just paint that. But oh my gosh, that looks so cool. Especially, hold on, we need a better background. Look how cool that looks.
Oh, Dad.
What?
Look at this. Dad, I want to put this in your film, my picture.
Okay, go. This is Cora's picture. She's working hard.
I'm trying. I messed up
Good
like
job.
3 times.
That's okay. This is all dried up, but I was looking at the reference photos, and unfortunately these holes don't look quite big enough. They need to be closer to the edge, but this was the largest drill bit I had, so I can either just leave it that way, or I can go in with a Dremel and sand it bigger by like that much, 12 times. So I'm debating whether to do that or not. I think I might do it, just because it just doesn't look good right now. It needs bigger holes. But I've got on this ball, let's see. So on this one, I showed you I shoved the knot through the racquetball because I didn't have a needle that I felt was long enough. Well, I didn't have a needle long enough to go all the way through. I wanted a solid string to go from one side to the other, but couldn't figure out how to do that. So we did the knots and then a little dab of super glue to hold it in, and that worked out great. But then I was like, screw it. So I shoved the skewer all the way through the racquetball, and then I super glued the string onto the end of that and then pulled it back through. So now these strings, there's 2 strings through here. I think this way you'll need less supports, so there'll be less strings to see. Just a minute, Cora. So this string you can pull nice and tight, and you don't have to be afraid of pulling it too hard and pulling it through. You just have to not break the thread. So that's good. So there's 2 of those to kind of hold it in suspension that way, and it's solid. So I like that way better. I don't know, I might add 1 more. Maybe it needs three strings, because that's what I did on this one. This one has 6 threads coming out of it. So this one has 4 now, so it just needs 1 more string going through another direction, because right now it's kind of in a cardinal. I probably can't see that on camera, but it's kind of northeast, southwest kind of thing. There's not one going in the Z direction. Does it for our Sigma ball build. These turned out pretty cool. This one is the yoga ball, so it's nice and squishy, so it's pretty durable. It's not going to break if you drop it. A couple bucks to buy the D12 at Five Below, and it took me like 30 minutes to make the whole thing. Just cut it out, put the ball in, paint the whole thing. So I think this one would be really good for Comic-Con and props and things, because it's super lightweight and you can like throw it at people. Maybe But this one I think I like a lot better for like a desk ornament. It's a lot more solid, and then you have a lot more freedom of the aesthetic, especially the inside looks a lot better and is a little bit more finished than this one is. Then also on this one, you can actually like move the ball around and shift it a little bit, and it'll stay because of the way that I did the strings. So that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, so anybody can make this one without, all you need is a knife. You just need an X-Acto knife to cut it out. But this one requires quite a bit of tooling: table saw, chop saw, bandsaw, sanders, wood glue, a stock of wood. So you need quite a bit to make a wooden one.